Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's Bruce here. Welcome to the big show. We're here for Monday, December the 5th, 2022 from Palm Desert, California. We have made it. Jennifer and I have made it all the way down here. 22. We are so Desert, happy we're here. Let me tell you. Oh, it was week, the last 2 3 weeks I've been counting the days. Let me tell you, especially when we got into the really cold weather in Calgary, with the snow and everything. It was just unbearable. We went this from this and this here's a barbecue covering on top here. We went from that to, well, how about let me show you what we're doing now. It's a little nicer. um Something like this right here. This is what we're into right here. There's a green way down there. You see that flag down there, the white flag? That's a Gulf green down there. And I'm going to pan back to where we are. There's the tee box right in front of you now. This is the back of our condo that we're renting here now. You can see that way down there, how far that golf hole is. That was a ladies' tee. The men's tee is right here, just to the left now. That's the men's tee back here. And I'm panning over here a little bit. You see the palm trees and the warm, nice green grass. Don't worry about the brown grass. It's okay. Blue sky, no wind, no frostbite, nothing. This is okay, folks. This is okay. Welcome to Palm Desert, California. I tell you, Jen and I were counting the days. Me the most, I have to admit. I've been going nuts the last 2 weeks, but we got here Friday night and it's all good. And we got us a Tesla. We're driving a Tesla again. I'm renting the Tesla from the same guy I rented from last year. He drove it out from Los Angeles to us at the airport. Waiting for us when we got off the plane was the gentleman in a Tesla. How about that? And we gave him a ride to downtown Palm Springs, and he was making arrangements to head back to LA. You gotta love it. Now we can settle in. We're here till the end of April, and that's that. By the time we get back to Calgary, 1st of May, just around the corner, snow will be gone. The leaves are coming out. The grass is turning green, and summer continues. We're taking it all the way as far as we can go. We can go. Thank you all for joining me here today, from wherever you are, from around the world. It's great to have you here for the big show. I've got some news for you today, a couple of things to talk about, and just hellos to everybody. Let me know, where are you watching me from? What is the high temperature where you live? What's the price of gas where you are? Fill me in. Are any of you guys going on a cruise in the near future, sometime in the next 6 months, 1 year? You tell me what you're up to. Let me know the name of the ship you're going on. Where are you going? How long is your cruise? Did you get a good deal? Are any of you finding good cruise deals out there? I'm always curious about this. Are some of you finding some really great deals? And on the other hand, are some of you finding some outrageously, ridiculously poorly priced deals? Are you finding cruises this year that are so expensive that you're not going to go, or in past years you would have thought nothing of grabbing a cruise out of Florida or wherever? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Thank you all so much for joining in. Make sure, if you can, hit the thumbs up button for us, if you don't mind. There should be a little thumbs up down here somewhere. Hit that sucker and help this show get some traction. The more thumbs ups we get, the more viewers that show up every week. We're usually hitting 100 thumbs ups between the live audience and the audience watching on the rerun. If you're watching on the rerun right now, you're watching this tomorrow, tonight, next couple of days, hit that thumbs up button right now. Even if you're watching on the rerun, get us over 100 and beyond 100 thumbs ups. We do appreciate it. this is what makes it happen for us. Thank you all so very much. We have 24 thumbs ups already. We'll make that 26 now already here. 26, and we're a quarter of the way to the target that I always set to try to get to 100 thumbs ups as quickly as possible. So to have 26 already, you guys are awesome. Thank you very, very much. Who is here? Ken is here. Ken Correca. Hi, Bruce, and all from Janet and Ken in Saginaw, Michigan. The temperature is 36 with light rain. Gasoline is $3.65 a gallon. Good evening, and we are thumbs up number 5. Thank you guys for being here as you are every week. Sharon, hi Bruce, long time no see. I am lucky number 7. One of my sponsor members is here. Jeannie, another sponsor member is here. Hello again, Bruce, and all TWBers. Bill and Jeannie are here for the big show from East Tennessee. Welcome, both of you, as always. Robert, Mail Hot, hello. I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, just in case I don't tune in to a live show between now and then. Very kind of you to do so. Donnell, another one of my sponsor members, all the way from Cork, Ireland. Hi there, Bruce and all. I am the number 10 thumbs up tonight. Thank you, my man. Annie Mon is here. Hi, everybody from warm and at last Sydney, Australia. It cooled down to 23 Celsius, which is 73 Fahrenheit today. Excellent weather for sailing. And there have some of the incredible pictures you could see of Sydney with people sailing on there. Oh my gosh, it's great. Annie, I see Ken is number 5. Do we have 2 thumbs ups counts? Hope they are both counted. Nikki, good evening from number 13. It's 65 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida. Beautiful. Kirk Brunson, YouTube, Facebook channel, another sponsor member. Hi, Bruce. Kirk from the Big Apple is in the house. Welcome, my friend. Lee Shear is here, number 13. Also seeing you from Miami Beach tonight. And it's 79 degrees down there. Gas $3.22 a gallon, down to the low 3s now in Miami. Ann Rogers. Hi, Bruce. And Brent from Ancaster, Ontario, 2 degrees Celsius, gas 140.9 a liter. So that's, what would that be, about 5 Canadian, 380 US, something like that. Ann Rogers, cruise prices have gone up tremendously, she says. Kevin Chapman in the house. Glad you made it to Palm Desert. 32 degrees in central New Jersey. Looking forward to the May trip to Canada on the Oasis of the Seas, and we are thumbs number 24. Thank you, buddy, for that. I'm going to send you an address shortly on an email. I got your email. Sharon, we have 2 cruises out of Bayonne booked for 2023. Oasis of the Seas, our favorite ship, to Canada over Memorial Day weekend, and Liberty of the Seas to Bermuda, Labor Day weekend. Fabulous. Our son is getting married next summer, so one cruise is to relax before the wedding and the other is to decompress after. Now there you're talking. Now you are talking how it's done. Ms. M, hello Bruce, number 19 thumbs up, sir. We're cold in the Fraser Valley. I can imagine you are. Jeffrey Valeski, Serenade of the Seas leaving Tampa in 20 days. Hi there from Wisconsin, where it's 35 below. Yikes. Kit Kat, hi Bruce, watching in Massachusetts right now. The high today was 45. It's in the low 20s overnight tonight. Paid $3.29 a gallon at Costco yesterday. So there you go. Jeff Dinan is in the house from down under. Hey, buddy, number 29 thumbs ups. Thank you so much. Sponsor, member from Australia. Stephen Stair. Hello, Bruce. 37 here in Michigan. Gas is $2.99 in the Detroit area. $3.17 a gallon in Lansing, Michigan. There you go. Very interesting. I believe Lansing is the capital of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. I think Lansing is the capital. Robert Glenn, hello from 52-degree Boston. We booked a cruise on the Norwegian cruise line Encore out of Miami in March. Also Bermuda in May on the NCL Pearl. Right on 2 cruises, March and May. Not too long a time frame in between. Nicely done. Way to go. Sharon, 32 thumbs ups are in the house, Bruce. You only need 68. We're almost a third of the way to the thumbs up goal of 100 thumbs ups. You guys are incredible, as you are every week. You're phenomenal. Thank you all so much. If you're watching live, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on rerun, nail it as well. and add to the channel's momentum. Thank you all so very, very much. Speaking of cruise prices, the news that I have for you today, Princess Cruise Lines has announced that they are bumping their gratuity rates. And we're hearing this now everywhere, aren't we? The cruise lines are, running now at higher capacity. And what are they going to do? They're going to bump the daily gratuity rates. And think about it, if you have 3,000 passengers on a cruise ship, and you can get a buck 50 a day out of them, no matter what they do. That suggested gratuity, that's 4,500 a day. Multiply that by 30 sailing days in a month. Talking $135,000. That's a lot of money. That's 1.5 million a year more. Now that's in lieu. Theoretically, that goes to the crew. So that is crew money that the cruise line doesn't have to come up with in raising their pay. They just get it off of you. The story out of Princess is that December the 14th, these go up. That's 9 days from now. And starting on the 14th, if you're going to take an inside room or an ocean view room or a balcony suite, you're going to pay $16 a day per person in gratuity versus $14.50 a day. So 16 times 1 week cruise, 7 times, that's 100 and what's that, $102, $112 a person for the week. So 2 people, that's $224 additional fees on top of your cruise, on top of port charges, on top of the other gratuities that you're paying. If you're going to take a mini suite or a club class cabin, your daily gratuity is now $17 instead of $15.50. And if you take a suite, the larger units, $18 a day per person versus $16.50. Another charge that they're bumping right now on Princess is the internet fee. And I was surprised to see this number. A single device, one device for a per day charge, $15 a day for internet for just this versus $10 a day. They're bumping it by 50% on your device. So you talk 7 days, about 7 days, $105 for your internet fee for your phone or your iPad or computer. That starts adding. Now, if you take 4 devices, think about this. 4 devices will run you $40 a day, $280 a week for internet for 4 devices. So that's 2 people, let's say 2 iPhones and a laptop and an iPad or something like that. $40 a day, and that's how many of those passengers? How many of the 3,000 passengers are going to be using internet on the cruise ship? That number is rising every year, I'm sure, in proportion. More and more people have to have. They just feel, without the phone, they're just not complete in any way. You got to wonder if 2,000 people are using internet, on a daily basis for the cruise. $15 a day on just a device, that on 2,000 devices, that's $30,000 a day internet charge. That's $210,000 a week for the cruise line coming in. It doesn't cost the cruise line $210,000 to offer internet from the seas. There's no way it costs them that. If you have, say, 500 cabins with 4 devices, that's $20,000 a day, $140,000 a cruise for 4 devices. I mean, wow, you can just see the kind of money that's being raised here. And let's not forget why the cruise lines have to do it. They are broke. They are in debt beyond their eyeballs, to their bankers. And some of these interest payments they are making on the debt they took out to keep the cruise ships afloat and stay alive, wait out the virus. They're paying 12 to 15% interest in some of these debt issues they made. There's $120 billion in debt easily being carried by the cruise line. So If a cruise ship can bring in 200,000 bucks here and 200,000 bucks there, you add that up by 15 ships, yeah, you're talking millions of dollars and tens of millions a year. But they need it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need it. They have to bump the gratuity for the staff because they can't afford to give the staff pay raises. They're trying to pay the bankers off and cover their interest expenses. It just goes on and on and on. Noticing also, and probably you folks have heard the word, that more and more charges are now becoming added on to cruising. Like, I think there's a new charge now called a service fee, quote unquote, service fee. If you want breakfast delivered to your room in the morning, some of the cruise lines are saying, we're not charging you for breakfast, we're just charging you a $4.95 service fee or a $9.99 service fee, $10 delivery fee to bring food from the kitchen to your cabin. This used to be part of the aura of cruising, ocean-going vessels. The aura was breakfast in your room. The food portion of your cruise used to be the centerpiece of the entire experience. You'd sail to nowhere, so a couple of Caribbean islands, and every night you had a gala dinner. You'd have a wonderful breakfast or breakfast in your room. And now this is a cash generator. The food has now become a source of mega revenue for the cruise lines. They've already been getting you on the drinks, of course. Many of you have noticed how 10 years, 20 years ago, a Ryan Coke would have run you $4 or $5. Now a rum and Coke or a Ryan Coke or a vodka and orange juice, you're talking $8, $10, $12 plus the mandatory 16 to 20% gratuity, depending on the cruise line. Then you saw the drink packages come out, various styles of drink packages, and they used to start at $19.99 a day, $29.99 a day, $39.99 a day, $49.99 a day. Now we're talking $100 a day per person, $129 a day. I mean, some of these numbers are out of this world bizarre. And it's showing me from the from the land looking out that cruising is quickly becoming unaffordable for more and more travelers out there. Cruise prices are really surging now for all these add-ons. You take the tipping add-on, the mandatory gratuity add-on, you take a spa package add-on, a drink package. Now we have meal packages. Now we're hearing the next area, which is mandatory charges in dining rooms on certain items and menus now with pricing in them, where there's one page of anything you want from the kitchen that's included, and then pages of pay as you go. This is not going to end. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. And the other thing you may have noticed in the last definitely 10 years, there used to be a time on cruise ships where there was only really two or three kinds of rooms. There were interior rooms, ocean view rooms, and balcony rooms. That was it. Now we have 5 or 6 classes of balcony rooms, 5 different levels and different pricing of balcony rooms. Then we have mini suites. Then we have suites, and then we have owners suites. I mean, there's all kinds of classifications of this. And what's quickly happening is we have these special decks that are reserved for a special class of passenger only, where you as a regular passenger cannot go into certain parts of the ship anymore. You're cut off. There was a time you could go anywhere on a cruise ship, go to any deck you wanted, go walk around everywhere. But now we have these classes, these exclusive decks with exclusive pool area, sunbathing area, hot tubs and spas, cut off from the rest of the passengers. We're going back to the Titanic era. We're going that direction. Maybe not down to third class steerage, but we're definitely there are those passengers and then the other passengers. And I don't know what to make of it. I understand it. I can understand why the cruise lines are doing it. It's kind of like an airplane. If you can sell those business class seats in the front of a jet for $5,000, $6,000 round trip Europe and back, as opposed to you getting a bargoon economy seat for 950 in the back, someone's paying 5 or 6 times what you're paying. They're going to get something for that extra money. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, $475 one way from New York to London on a 9-hour flight or whatever it is, or Calgary to London. That's a bargain. That's a good deal. Being in an airplane for almost 10 hours for $500, that's not a bad deal for the amount of distance you're going. But for a business class seat, $2,500 each way, that's $250 an hour. You've got to get something more than someone paying 475 for that time frame. I can understand that, but you can see how the cruise lines have really changed their style. They've really gone after they're going after the higher end whale, trying to offer them all kinds of perks. But those of us in the steerage, those of us back here, we're getting nickel and dime now on everything, don't you think? Internet, tipping, room service delivery, dining charges, higher mandatory fees for restaurants. You remember when you could go into the Italian restaurant for $9.99? Those are going up, aren't they? Steakhouses, they used to be $15 to go in the steakhouse. You and your wife, you could order a filet mignon. You're not getting into a steakhouse for $15 anymore. Those days are gone. So things have changed, haven't they? Valerie D, hello, Bruce. So we just took a cruise on the Norwegian Prima and got back Saturday. Very nice. I would love to hear anyone else that has been on the Norwegian Prima, because I've heard really good things about the Prima and not so very good things about the Prima. I'm kind of curious what people don't like and don't like. Valerie, you can always type a message back to me. I'd love to find out what you really liked about the ship, and was there anything you didn't like about the ship? Love to hear about it. Larry Blake, how you doing? Number 33, thumbs up, Bruce. Thank you, Larry. Kit Kat, Robert, we cruised on the Pearl in 2019 and loved it. Smaller ship, but heavy port itinerary on our cruise. Lots of fun. Robert, yes, Kit, went on the Pearl last July out of Boston to Bermuda. Perfect cruise. Bruce, I'm number 5 today. Kevin, and say, did you ever sell that sailboat, a teaser for the Uncle Bruce character in my newly published book, Dead Winter? Oh my gosh, I'm in the book. Can't wait to read it. Ricky, Rocky Grasso, how you doing there, buddy? Sponsor member, how you doing, pal? Hi again, Bruce. 43 degrees Fahrenheit from Chesapeake, Virginia. Gas has dropped below $3 today to $2.95. I'm number 26 on the thumbs up meter. $2.95 for gas. It's good to see under 3 again. James is here. James 92. Uncle Bruce, you are right. The staff are not that well paid on the cruise, and they work nonstop. They only disembark every few months. There you go, sir. Sharon, here's a new charge on lobster night. The first tail is free, but they'll charge you for the second one. There you go. There's that. Yeah, we're hearing all kinds of stories now about upcharging and additional charging, coming up with every way to Sunday to come up with additional ways. Rather than raise the fare, if they just added $100 to the fare and they bragged about what was included in that fare. Nope, they're not doing it. They're giving you the minimal fare, and then they are sneaking their way onto additional dollars, which I think upsets people more than anything else. I'd like it to be known up front what I'm getting into. Just tell me what it is and what's included. And tell me what would have cost extra, but now is included, and I'm a happy guy. Because you got to wonder, don't you think that some of these cruise lines, by the time you finish upgrading your suite to a nicer balcony room, and you get the drink package, and you get this, and you get that, by the time you figure it out, are you not better off maybe just going on a 6-star cruise line like Viking or Regent and Seabourn or something like that? Why don't you just go on one of those? It's all inclusive. There are no extra charges. There are no extra fees for the restaurants. They're all included. They have specialty restaurants. Drinks are included. Your tipping is included. Your internet's included. And you don't have to play with the game. You don't have to play games and just pay the price and go. I mean, is it isn't it getting closer, you think, between one and the other? I wonder if some folks actually pay more on some of these cruise lines than they have to. Cruise with me. We were on the Prima in October. Hello there. The Prima is a beautiful ship, but it's kind of boring. Oh, I'd like to hear more about this. Brittany Anderson. Hi, Bruce, and everybody. Welcome. Cruise with me. The entertainment was repetitive. Oh, that's interesting. The same show. That gets old real quick. I heard from our good buddy Tom Henry, he was not impressed with the Prima. There were things he didn't like. One of the things he didn't like was the spa. There was something missing in the spa. Was it the big spa, the hot tub pool in there? They didn't have one of those or something. There was something glaringly missing in the spa. He was not impressed. There were other things he didn't like either. Brittany, it's my birthday eve. Happy birthday to you, Brittany Anderson. Thank you for joining us as always. Congratulations on another year on this planet. Well done. I have some more cruise news for you. Cruise news out of Nassau in the Bahamas. So back in 2019, I did a story on this channel talking about how downtown Nassau, right where the cruise port is located, they were going to do a $250 million upgrade of the port facility. And they wanted to enhance the number of ships they could handle and the size. And they also wanted to give the passengers a, a safe place, quote unquote, a safe place where to go when you come off the ship without having to immediately come out of the port area and be right on the street where all the hucksters were. Because complaint after complaint had been made, police reports had been taken over the years. There were pickpockets waiting for you, hustlers waiting for you, cab drivers really aggressive going after fares, people trying to sell you stuff for, 20, 40, 50, 100 feet away. They were still following you, not leaving you alone. There were a lot of abuses going on. And so the government of the Bahamas and the city of Nassau, they decided, let's build a really nice port facility here where we end up with an enclosed area that is only available to cruise ship passengers and accredited workers. I'm holding up a pretend plastic ID form here that would be on a lanyard. So you're going to have employees employed by the port and cruise lines that are employed inside the facility. And then you're having a shopping area that is hassle-free, probably duty-free shopping. You're probably going to have access to certain kinds of entertainment. They were talking about building a sort of a Hollywood Bowl kind of a thing, like a round entertainment in the round kind of a thing for concerts and that type of thing. They really wanted to really make this a much more pleasurable experience, especially if you're a mom and a dad with a couple of kids. You really want to be safe. Well, apparently this is a $300 million tab. Unfortunately, it's gone up 50 million, but they went ahead and they're building it. They're going to open the new cruise port in May of 2023. So 5 months away or so from now, the cruise port in downtown Nassau will be up and running. They're talking about being able to handle 3 Oasis-size cruise ships at a time, plus 3 additional ships that are not Oasis size. Now, that's telling me the capacity, from what I read so far, the daily capacity of the passenger cruise port in downtown Nassau is going to go from 20,000 people to 33,000 people a day. Now, here's the good news, I guess. I'm really stretching for this one. The good news is, in theory, if 33,000 people are coming off cruise ships on a particular day, the stadium that they're building, this entertainment facility, could have some name acts performing there. Because with 33,000 passengers, what could be happening, and again, I'm totally going to guess on this, is it possible that they might sell tickets into the venue for this concert venue and they'll bring in a name act on that particular day that your ship is particularly there, and they would have 15 or 20,000 seats that each run, $10, $20 each. They could bring in $250,000 hit at the gate and bring in a nice act for the afternoon or early evening. All depends on the timing of it all. I don't know. Is it that's one positive. A negative, however, that I'm coming up with, this is where my alarm bells go off. If you're going to have up to 33,000 people handled at a port like that, and the cruise ships arrive from 8 in the morning till 10 in the morning, or 6 in the morning till 8 in the morning, and then you can get off the ship anytime after 8 or 9 a.m. and come back on by 4 or 5, we're talking mayhem of the number of people down there, because it's going to be, in some spots, there'll be squeezes of personnel. I wonder. Obviously, they will have inside the protected area that is walled off from the street. If you're going on a tour and you're going on a bus for an excursion, the excursion bus will be brought in to the controlled area. There's going to be a loading, unloading area for buses. And that means you're not on the street trying to find your bus among 20,000 people right now that are cruisers, plus the 330,000 people that live in Nassau proper. So here the buses will come right into the facility. You'll be guided to your numbered bus. And when you're done, you'll be driven right back into the protected area. And then you get off the bus and you can get back onto your ship. Because remember, you may or may not remember that I made a video about 4 years ago, and I ranked the 10 most dangerous cruise ports in cruising for cruisers. Number one problem cruise port, Nassau, Bahamas. Traditionally speaking, over decades, Nassau has had the most incidents of robberies, assaults, and all kinds of other shenanigans of any of the other ports. It's one of the most dangerous ports, or had been one of the most dangerous ports for years and years and years. And I mentioned that in my video, and it's my number one viewed video of all time. My channel's number one video, the 10 most dangerous cruise ports, and Nassau was number one. I was not a very popular guy over there for a while. As a matter of fact, I even got threats. I got threats from the people down there saying, if you ever step foot down here. And I thought, doesn't that confirm that this is one of the most dangerous cruise ports in the world, when the author of a video gets threatened that if you ever come down to this port, your life's in danger? Doesn't that make it the most dangerous cruise port? Doesn't that sort of solidify the whole thing? I mean, if I were getting getting responses where they're saying, come on down and we'll buy you a drink and we'll give you a tour of how lovely it is and what a wonderful place it is, you'd feel better about the place like that. But when you get the threats, it kind of confirms your suspicions that maybe the ranking is correct. I never understood how that worked in some people's minds. Anyway, I don't know what to say. What can I say? Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Who else is here? Kirk Brunson. Bruce, found out there's 3 free restaurants on my MSC cruise with a buffet, but mostly specialty dining. Money, money, money. Exactly, my friend. Most of the food on your ship, you have to pay for it. Isn't that interesting? Sharon, cruise with me. At least it's not cats. I love Oasis of the Seas, but I really wish they would finally switch up the show. There you go. Steven Stair, Bruce, we are doing back-to-back cruises next spring. First week on the Freedom is $916, and then right back on the Mardi Gras that week is just 1,800. Carnival offered this, and we could not refuse. Right on. Jeannie, happy birth week, Brittany. Celebrate and eat cake. There you go. Brittany, the lowest gas price I saw over the weekend was $2.55 a gallon in Louisiana. I can't pronounce it. Somewhere in Louisiana on Saturday. I did a little trip back to Louisiana over the weekend. That is a good deal. Diane Schroeder is in the house. Hey, Bruce, I'm actually at LAX. I'm going to Cabo tomorrow morning. Hope to see you stopping by my office soon at Monterey Country Club. Right on. Can't wait. Wait for you to get back, and we'll pop by and say hi. Brittany Anderson, thank you. Jeannie Lavinghouse. Diane, I hope you're enjoying your content. We're loving it. It's fantastic. We're happy to be here. We can't figure out the TV, but everything else is great. Sharon, FWIW, and not to contest what you're saying, but Kevin and I had a really nice time in Nassau in July. We did a walking food tour that we booked on our own, not from Royal Caribbean, and had a great time. Jeannie, Nassau is my least favorite port ever. Will never get off there again. So there's one extreme to the other. 44 thumbs up, says Sharon. You need 56 more, and you got 100 thumbs ups on this show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming together for us for these thumbs ups numbers. If you're watching live, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on the rerun, please hit the thumbs up button. You might be the person putting us over the 100 mark. Thank you all very, very much. Yes, Nassau is one of those scenarios where some folks love it and other folks loathe it. They hate it. And I've had so many comments on my video over the 4 years about horror stories, just endless horror stories. Kirk, I'm getting off in Nassau. Got to go to Senior Frogs. Right on. Diane, just call my lovely daughter Jessie about your TV. Thank you, Diane. Sharon, for what it's worth, is FWIW. Brittany might be number 55 tonight. Thank you, Brittany, so much. Alan Carter, I think I'm number 45, buddy. And Brittany might be 45, but maybe you're 55. Thank you very much, all of you, for helping out with the old thumbs ups. But more news for you. This is some general travel news for you. This is unbelievable. The headline is unbelievable, but the story makes sense. Let me tell you what we got here. This story has to do with Delta Airlines. Now, the story is that Delta Airlines are nailing down a new contract with their pilots union. And the deal that is being offered and looks like it's going to be approved, is a 34% pay raise over 3 years. Now, there's a headline that will create a shockwave through lots of people's minds going, 34% pay raise over 3 years? That what? But then we get into the details, and here's where it kind of makes sense. What we have here is the pilots have been flying at Delta without a contract now since December of 2019. It's been 3 years. They haven't had a contract. They've been in good faith negotiations off and on. The COVID thing came, and that screwed everything up. And now that we're getting back to normal, here we go again. We're coming back on. So what they're going to do is the airline is going to give an 18% payout to all the pilots backdated from December 2019. So if you flew in all of 2020 and 2021, whatever hours you flew, they'll calculate it out. And you're going to get for 2020, 2021, and now 2022, because this is December, you're going to get a total of 18%. Well, that's 6% a year is really what that is. It's a 6% a year raise for the last 3 years. And then the next year, it's the next 3 years, it's 5, 4, and 4%. That's how you come out to 34% pay increase. But it's really not a 3-year deal. It's a 6-year deal because they haven't had a deal for 3 years. But the story also goes, there's more details that have come out, that The Delta offer is so juicy. The pilots are going to take this deal. They did get sick days, and there's maternity leave benefits, and there's a lot of benefits as well. But the deal calls for this, that if any other airline matches the pay packet of Delta, and this will be independently verified. It's not like it's up to Delta to decide or it's up to the pilots to decide. It'll be done by an independent group that they both agree on. If any airline matches Delta's deal, Delta would automatically give their pilots a 1% raise over and above the best rate. So that makes the Delta pilots the best paid pilots in America for a major airline. That's the deal. Delta is making money. Delta has controlled costs. They're in a better condition than others. But apparently this deal is going to go through. I have already read, and I may have reported on this show a month or two ago, I may have mentioned to you folks that American Airlines and their pilots, they couldn't come to an agreement about 2 months ago. They were trying to do roughly a 20% pay raise deal, and that didn't work out. And so now they're going back to the bargaining table. Well, now that the Delta deal is falling into place, it looks like this will be the template for other airlines. Now, what's going to happen is that the American pilots will take a look at the Delta package and see what the Delta pilots get paid, depending on how much experience they have, how much seniority, what kind of planes they're flying, and all that. And they'll likely go to their union and say, okay, union negotiators, head over to the head offices at American, and let's make this the negotiating template for our union. Do not be surprised if the American Airlines, the United Airline Group, Southwest, and others will cut a deal. They'll each cut deals with their own companies to be within striking distance of this Delta package. That's probably what's going to happen, because right now the pilots are in control of discussions. The airlines have a pilot shortage across the board. Every airline is short and needs more pilots. And the pilots are very well aware of how in the last 3 and 4 years, every year that goes by, 2.5% of all the pilots retire. 2.5% of the existing pilots leave the business because they get older, they pass a certain mandatory age, they quit, they get ill, whatever the issue. You have to replace 2.5% of all the pilots every year just to maintain your fleet of pilots. If you want to increase the number of pilots, you're going to have to hire more. And the problem is, you want to increase pilots that can fly 787s or 777s. Those guys don't come out of pilot school right away into the 777. You have to graduate your way up there. So you are moving up the ladder with seniority to get into that cockpit seat up there. It's the top guys and girls that get into the top, most expensive planes in these fleets. So there's a shortage, and the pilots know it. The companies know it. And we know it because of delays and cancellations and that type of thing. The airlines would like to build up their flight schedules. They don't have enough personnel in the cockpit to get to total usage. So scramble is on. Pay packets better be there. And away we go. Now, I'm not talking about mechanics, not talking about flight attendants, I'm not talking about airport employees, and I'm not talking about the actual corporate employees. Those are all separate negotiations that these airlines all have to contend with. You can imagine the pressure cooker that the CEO and the board of directors of these airlines are under with respect to all the negotiating they have to do with all of their employees to make this all work out. It's not simple. Anyway, there you have it. Interesting stuff. Sharon, Kirk Brunson's, she's saying, Senior Frogs rocks. We love the drag brunch at their Vegas location. Kirk Brunson, SLG, Senior Frogs is a must-do for me. Sandy Robinson, hi, Bruce, and everyone from snowy Medicine Hat, Alberta. I hope all of you in the USA had a great Thanksgiving. Would love to go on a cruise anytime. It would be a great way to recoup from the shoulder operation. I sure hope you're getting better, Sandy, and stronger, and you're going to have a full blown recovery. And soon you are going to get yourself on a cruise ship to relax and enjoy yourself. And check out that if you're doing a Caribbean cruise, to enjoy that wonderful tropical weather, get the humidity through your skin, and oh, that's lovely. And enjoy the heat, building up. I hope your shoulder is recovering and you're building up strength again. Cross our fingers and hope for the best. Once again, thank you, all of you, for being here today, joining me for the big show here at Traveling with Bruce. It's great to have you here. We're looking forward to, Jennifer and I, we're looking forward to this winter. We're just settling in and looking to plot our strategy for a vacation this coming spring and summer and fall. We're not yet decided on what's going to happen. We're going to figure that out over the next few months, and we'll let you guys know when we know when we're going to be on our next vacay, and hopefully someday soon we'll be on a cruise ship again. We'll see how it all works out. I sure hope all of you get the vacation you want, deserve, you need, and you desire. Would be fabulous. Diane Schroeder, it's incredible how many pilots are retiring right now and what the shortage is at all airlines. Russ Arnold saw the nickel dime trend start back 15 years ago. We switched to Eurorail, traveled in Europe, loved the trains and flexibility, never looked back. There you go. I know that Jen and I loved our European vacation that we had for 10 weeks with our Eurorail pass. We loved it. We had 15 days of unlimited train travel in a 60-day time frame. Choose whatever day you want to go. And we ended up with 13 days of travel. We actually only used 13 of the 15, the way it worked out. Because we ended up in Zermatt, Switzerland, towards the latter half of our trip. We enjoyed it there so much, we didn't leave. We just stayed there. We thought, where are you going to go now? Where do you want to go from here that's better than this? This is nice. Let's stay another week. And so we found out that we weren't going to need 2 days of travel. So we just left it on the they go away. It's all gone now. But we ended up with 13 days of travel. But I'll tell you, we did the math. We did the numbers as far as cost goes and benefit. Since we had a first class Eurorail pass, we traveled those 13 days. The two of us, at least each of us, got $1,300 to $1,400 worth of travel easily out of the package. Easily $1,400 each. It cost us $500 each for the pass. I mean, we cleaned up on this thing. We absolutely benefited. No question about it. I would highly recommend it. Great views out of the windows, downtown locations for the train stations. Our Munich hotel was across the street from the main train station. I mean, not even a cab required to get to and from the station. Just pull your bags across the street. I mean, we really enjoyed the whole end of that. The whole experience of that was absolutely wonderful. Yes, us too. Great view, says Russ Arnold. We enjoyed it. Jeannie, hope you have a great stay in the USA. Catch you again next week. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too. Thank you, Diane. That's the beauty of retirement, Bruce. You got it. We're enjoying it. We're pacing ourselves, and I get to hang out with great viewers like you. How simple is this? How great is this? Thank you all so much for joining me again this week on this channel. 51 thumbs ups in the house. We have broken the halfway barrier already, as Sharon is saying right there. And I know that my viewers who are watching this show later this evening, tonight, tomorrow, the day after, they always hit the thumbs up button. They send me messages and they tell me, I'm 84, I'm number 92, I'm number 97, I'm 105. And the 100 thumbs ups comes in every week for this show. Thank you all for the thumbs ups already. If you're able to hit one before you say goodbye, please hit the thumbs up button right away. 53 are here now. And we thank you all for that. And being here again this week, it's a pleasure to see you all. And I look forward to next week's show. We'll try to bring you some more news on the cruise front and anything else that's going on out there. And then you guys let me know what you hear going on out there. We'll compare notes and we'll visit yet again. Thank you all for joining me. Join this channel as a sponsor member. 7 o'clock Monday night. It's the Hangout Show with myself and the other sponsor members. And otherwise, I'll catch all of you on the big show next week, 8 o'clock. Cloud 7 Travel. I'm number 52, Bruce. Thank you, Cloud 7. I love it. We have 55 now that have come in here. 55 thumbs ups. Love you for that. Thank you all so very, very much. Chantel L. I am number 50, Bruce. Thank you, Chantel. Appreciate you being here too. Sharon, have a great week, everybody. All of you out there, take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. Be well. Pace yourselves. Give your loved ones an extra long hug. You never know when it'll be the last time. Okay, guys, you take care. We'll see you here next Monday, 7 o'clock for the sponsor member show, 8 o'clock Eastern for the big show. I look forward to seeing you all then. 56, Eddie Albert as the man. Thank you, Diane. I need to get somewhere warm. Eddie Albert, number 56. Thanks, Eddie. Squeezing in that thumbs up just before I said my goodbyes. Thanks again, everybody. We'll talk to you next week at this time. Bye for now.